I would like to say here that and remember, I would like to remember or recall the memories of Gulmai, who was Meher Baba's spiritual mother. On 10th of this month, that means yesterday, she passed away. A very nice woman, very sober, very soft talking, very loving. She was just like a goddess or a Devi. Devi we call Devi. Devi is a goddess. She was just like that. And I had a good time with her whenever I was, for 1 year, I was studying in Ahmednagar College. And every night we used to go to Khusro quarters, that is the present trust office. It was formerly called as Khusro quarters. That property belonged to Adi Kirani, the senior Adi. And Adi and his mother and his sister, I think, they used to stay there along with the servants. Whenever we go there, she will definitely send for us a breakfast early in the morning. We used to go for a study. Late night we used to study. I was in the college then studying for inter science, and Vaman was one of the, I won't call him a servant because he was helping Adi in various ways. And many times he would take Baba to different places in Adi's car. When Adi is not available, it was Vaman Padale who used to take Baba and all the Mandali wherever they have to go. And Vaman was also helping Adi in various ways. All the office was being managed with the help of Vaman. He had a room there, and in that room, myself and my another Baba lover by name Narendra, we used to study late night, and early in the morning, she will send breakfast for us every day without fail. So I had a very good time with her, and today I pray she must be resting very peacefully with Meher Baba. Through this meeting today, I had an opportunity to remember her. Now, coming to the main subject that I'm thinking of discussing with you is that you must have heard or read about it, that Baba had once in Guruprasad, I do not know whether he has said it any other place, but in Guruprasad, I do remember because I was present there, very much present there. Baba had described the weaknesses of the past avatars. This subject you must have heard about it or you must have read about it because it was very commonly known to the Baba lovers. And Baba was discussing about the weaknesses of the avatar. He described about the weakness of Zoroaster, then followed by Ram, followed by Lord Krishna, followed by Buddha, thereafter Jesus Christ, and then Hazrat Muhammad, Paygambar. all these description Baba had given, and ultimately in the last, he had said about his own weakness. I remember that what Baba had said is that I have two weaknesses in me. The first weakness was that I give a long rope to my lovers whenever they have anything to express before me. I very patiently listen to them. I attend to their difficulties and whatever it may be. But I am very compassionate towards them, very tolerating towards them. And I never discard them. In fact, certain times I just give in. If they insist for something, I just give in spite of the fact that it is against my wish. But then looking to their devotion and looking to their love for me, I just give in. This is what Baba had said about his first weakness. And the second weakness that he said was that second weakness I will tell you after I come after 700 years. The second weakness I will tell after 700 years when I come back again on this earth. So Baba was telling about these weaknesses. Now for the first weakness, that is Baba said that he just gives in for the sake of love of his lovers. He just gives in. But certain times he has reserved his right, a very, very special right. It is only he can exercise that right. The right to deny. He had that right to deny whatever the person may beat his chest and shout and express his all that what he contained in his heart, all that displeasure and that suffering or that agony. If he vomits out before Baba, even then, if Baba does not will it, then he will say no. Once it so happened, and during that time, he won't care who is requesting, whether it is very close ones, close Mandali people, or any outsider, whoever he may be. If he doesn't fit into his final authority, then he will say no. Once he so happened that Baba was trying to tell something Baba, and Baba said no. With that gesture, he said no. That no was so very powerful and so very final. This Madhusudan just murmured in my ear, Pratap, look at that no, how strong it is. What is strong? No, Baba says. Before that no, which is reserved only for him. The right is just only the right lies with him only. He rarely uses it, but then once he uses it, then nobody on this earth can go against it. This was something very special about the avatar. And this was specially felt by us during this avataric period. I do not know about the past avatars, but during this period, we have witnessed certain incidents wherein Baba has used that discretionary power to say no, whatever may be the request. However justified may be the request, but if Baba does not will it, he will say no. And nobody can act against that no. Certain examples I would like to tell you. All the Baba, they have their own world with Meher Baba. What I have experienced in my life with Meher Baba, it cannot be compared with other people. Everyone has his own relation with Meher Baba. Everyone has his own right on Meher Baba's love. And Baba is looking to each and every one without making any distinction and comparison. Certain cases are there. Now, I will tell some of the incidents that take for example the marriage. I would start with my own case. Madhusudan was married in Baba's presence in Guruprasad itself, and that Baba had supervised the whole process of marrying Madhusudan with Subhadra. Both were very good singers, high quality singers, and both were Baba lovers, very strong Baba lovers, and capable of doing Baba's work. Baba got them married in spite of the fact that the two families had different cultures. In spite of that, Baba, on Baba's wish, that marriage took place, that was right in front of Meher Baba in Guruprasad. Now, when this happened, I was very close to Madhusudan. Casually, when we sitting with Baba one afternoon during Baba's summer stay in Guruprasad, merely out of mischief, Madhusudan said, Baba, Pratap has also reached the marriageable age and he needs to be married now. And believe me, Baba immediately picked up that subject so very seriously, giving a very, very fast momentum to this subject. Now, Madhusudan's attitude was, he was already in the trap of married life. And I was like a free bird. He could not, being very close to me, he could not see me flying like a free bird, having no bondages, having no bondages of marriage. Whereas he was caught up in that. Even while coming to Guruprasad, he had come across some certain problems sometimes. And he could not see me as a free person. So only out of which he opened this topic before Baba, and Baba took the whole charge in his hands and he gave such a momentum that everything just happened one after the other until I finally got married in the following year when Baba was in Guruprasad. There was one another person who was very close to we people. His name was Rangode. In his retired life, he had become a member of the trustee, Meher Baba's trust. He had become a member of Meher Baba's trust. He was all alone. He had one his brother, but he was for a quite long time, he was detached from his family. And he was studying in the same, staying in the same hostel as I was staying. And the superintendent, Mr. Thade, I had very close relations with that family. That family used to treat me as one of the members of that family. Thade's mother was very much loving to me, like she has loved me like a mother. Equally, Rangoli was also like a member of that family. And Thade's mother, we used to call her Amma. Amma means mother. She used to love him also. We were not, we had no relation, no biological relation with that family, but in spite of that, every member used to love us as their own family member. Once it so happened that in Khusru quarters, in Ahmednagar, Baba had paid a visit. Baba had come there to meet Gulmai, and we were informed about that. I was there in Nagar. 1 year I stayed in Nagar. We were informed, and we all, the whole family, full members of the family, we went to have Baba's darshan. And Baba was in a very good mood. He used to be very loving to Gulmai, his spiritual mother, very loving. She will caress her, she will also kiss Baba. And they were, it was a scene to see. Baba used to just treat her like a mother, more than like a mother. She was a spiritual mother of Meher Baba. See the love that that woman had. She had a very hard family life. It is said that partly it was because of her own nature. She was of a very reserved type of woman, not mixing with the other members of the family, because maybe in certain time they may be very critical about her having inclination toward the spiritual life. Parsis are happy-go-lucky people usually, and perhaps she may not be fitting in that family, whatever it may be. But then she was very much attached to Upasni Maharaj, and that is why she came to be called as Meher Baba's spiritual mother. Now Baba used to treat her very lovingly. And then that time in the big compound of that Khushu quarters, Baba was holding her very close to his body, and he was receiving the people. All the people were gathered here around Baba. So many people were there. And this Amma that we call our adopted mother, she opened the topic of Rangole's marriage. Rangole, I told you, he was also a Baba lover and trustee in his advanced age. Now, see the way Baba is handling this matter. Now that woman, she says that Rangoli is required to be married now because he has reached the marriageable age. My matter was much after. This was before that. So when she put this proposal before Baba, Baba had a alphabet board in hand. He just revolved it like this and threw it up, and it fell upside down. And Baba said, no, Rangul has not to marry. That was the final decision Baba has given. It's known for his own reason. Why he said no, only he knows. Thereafter, one more example I will tell is K.K. Ramakrishnan. Once we were sitting, in Guruprasad, and this Madhusudan, he told Baba that Ramakrishnan needs to get married now, because as it is, he was involved in a Japanese girl when he was fighting in the Second World War. He was in Japan. He was in the British. He was in the Indian Army helping the British. As Britain, as we were, India was being ruled by British. So British had their army, and we had India also had an army. So he was one of the army men of that Indian army, and he was hospitalized for some reason, for some health problem, and the nurse who was attending to him was a Japanese girl, and somehow he got attracted towards her. But then that nurse told him that in Japanese we don't entertain any person out of our community, Japanese community. This topic was opened before Baba. Baba is asking, is it true? And Ramakrishna just slightly kept quiet, looking down, he just kept quiet. But then Madhusudan only said that Ramakrishna is required to get married. And Baba very casually said that, why you should get married? It's all right now. Whatever he is now as a bachelor, it is good for him. And then he asked Ramakrishna whether you want to get married. And Ramakrishna also said, no, Baba, I don't want to get married. And then that final stamp was given by Meher Baba that Ramakrishna will not marry. But the option was kept on K.K. Ramakrishna. Now here in the case of Rangoli, Baba has taken decision himself. In case of Ramakrishnan, the matter was left to his desire. And it was very natural for Ramakrishnan to express his disinclination, his disinterest in married life. He was very a typical type of person, very liking to be all alone, living like all alone. He used to manage everything by himself, cooking and cleaning and everything. That life he was so much used to that he said before Baba, no, Baba, it's all right. I'm all right like this. And Baba allowed him to do so. Now, about the children, I remember one woman, must be from the northern India. She had come for Baba's darshan, and she just complained to Baba that it is now quite some time, many years that we are not having any child. And I wish that I should have at least one child. And Baba said, why do you want to get involved in this sort of a inviting problems? But she insisted, no, Baba, I very strongly wish that I should have a child. And then Baba just All right. He just said like that, but he didn't give any specific indication. His saying that is more or less the same, that she will get it. And she got the child. After some years, when when she came to Guruprasad to meet Baba, and Baba is asking her, how is your family, your children? And very dejectedly she said, Baba, I had made a mistake in asking for a child, but that child is child has become so very troublesome to me that I am really worried about his future. He is a very nuisance creating nuisance for me. I am passing sleepless nights because of that son. You know, Nariman Dada Chanji. Nariman Dada Chanji was in Baba's service so very intensely. He used to do Baba's work, any work which is interested to him. He was a businessman. His wife was Arnavaz. Both the couple were very much devoted to their Baba, very much devoted to their Baba. And he was helping or doing so many things for Baba, helping whenever Baba requires anything for anything for him to do for Mer Baba, he will very gladly do it. This couple had no child. And there were many requests from they themselves might have not requested Baba. I am not very quite sure about it, but then other women, they used to tell Baba that Baba, both are so very devoted to you, and they should get at least one child. Baba used to ignore. Baba used to say, no, no, no. Ultimately, it came to Mehra. Mehra, somebody suggests that Mehra make a request to Baba that Arnavaz should get a child. And this was requested. This request was placed before Baba by Mehra herself, telling that Baba, they work so much for you, but they do not have any child. They should get at least one child. And Mehra is the dearest one among the female members, Mandali as we call. Even to her, Baba said no. Baba said no. He used that discretion of saying no, that powerful no, he said. And ultimately, the result was that they never got a child. All these things I am just telling you because whatever is best for a person, we look from our point of view. But then God has a concern with your spiritual upliftment, with your spiritual progress. And anything in your material life is coming in between that progress that spiritual progress which Baba has decided to give you. Anything is coming in the way of that progress, Baba would put his authority to stop that material side. You got my point? If anything material, as we say that child is going, a couple is going to have a child, and that child is becoming an obstacle for their spiritual progress, then Baba will not give it. However dear and however close that person may be, that family may be, still then Baba would say no. One another example which I had said earlier, perhaps in the last before meeting, that one girl was from very close Baba family. She was very much sick, means so very suffering, unbearable suffering. A small girl undergoing unbearable suffering, and even the people who are visiting her, they would request Baba, Baba, please cure her. Baba, please cure her. Please rescue her from this tremendous suffering this very innocent child is undergoing. And once for all, Baba said, don't insist for giving any relief to that child. She was a young child. Never to ask. All these relations were warned by Baba that I don't want any such a request from any one of you. In other words, her sufferings were for her own benefit, and that benefit is spiritual benefit. Perhaps that may be her last life in this material world. Who knows? It's only Baba knows. So this outwardly we say, whenever we go to any spiritual personality, even any worldly person, when he goes to any spiritual personality, he has number of desires and number of wants. He wants to get it fulfilled from the master. He leaves a very small room for the master to expect something from him, from his lover. There is no space left by that lover for the master to expect anything from that lover. This is what is Baba had said, that for 80%, the people expect me. Out of 100%, 80% is that people have to attend to the requests and the urges from the people. I have to satisfy them. And from my side, I only expect 20%, to which also very few can fulfill. This is the proportion which Baba had said. But then it is definitely that if anything material is coming in the way of spiritual progress of a person, Baba will never allow it. Baba will never allow it. Certain times, Mani has said this, that at times Baba used to allow it to happen. Baba used to give he won't give a direct consent, but he will not also stop. He will allow it all to happen. But then he only knows Only Baba knows why he does that. Recently, last Saturday, we had one talk from a Westerner. I do not know whether he's from US or any other place, but then a very sincere person. He had made out a very good subject to be discussed with Poona Baba, members of the Poona Center. That was vegetarian food and non-vegetarian food. That the person was fitting Baba into into a vegetarian food, quoting so many statements made by Meher Baba about food. But then we cannot. One thing we should always remember and keep in mind, that we cannot frame Baba in that limited, put Baba in that limited frame. Baba has said something somewhere that has different context. On another occasion, he may say contrary to that in a different context. But it is his authority. And that authority he uses according to the necessity of time, according to the necessity of situation, according to the need of a spiritual progress of that person, which we do not know, which do not understand. Whatever we may try to understand, we will never be able to understand these aspects of Meher Baba's authority. When I read that person had prepared a big chart quoting several Meher Baba statements about the vegetarian and non-vegetarian food. According to him, Baba never encouraged non-vegetarian food. But then I didn't attend that meeting, but my friends were telling me about that, and I had got that pamphlet with me. I went through that pamphlet, and he had quoted many Baba statements, Baba insisting for a vegetarian food. But there are occasions when Baba had asked a person to go for non-vegetarian food. What can we say about that? I will quote one example. A person, very orthodox person, a high caste person. You know, we have so many caste distinctions, and that was supposed to be a high caste person. He was a young boy and a very good singer. He entertained Baba so much, and he was very much inclined toward the spiritual practice, whatever it may be, meditation or concentration or something of that sort. And he asked Baba, and Baba asked him, now, since you are asking me, I am giving you a guidance that hereafter when you go out, hereafter you take non-vegetarian food, start taking non-vegetarian food, go to prostitutes and such things which a spiritual person will never wish to do. Baba told him all these things, and that person was just simply stunned when he heard from Baba such things, that you should take non-vegetarian food and you should go to prostitutes and this and that. Everything against the spiritual life, so-called spiritual life, as his own imagination. He was imagining his spiritual life according to his own understanding. Quite contrary to that, Baba was giving him instructions. And he said, Baba, I belong to a very noble family, and all these things I won't be able to do. Then Baba said, all right, do whatever you like. But then Baba asked him to go around on a pilgrimage and come back after 1 year. And the fun is that when he came back to Baba after 1 year, all the things Baba had asked him to do, he did it. He did it because in the situation of compulsion, not because Baba had ordered him to do it, not because of that, not to get abide by Baba's instructions. He had already made himself free from Baba's instruction, but then facing all this life outside, he had come across such situations which made him to do whatever Baba had asked him to do. When he came back, Baba, all that Baba had said to him, he had gone through everything. And when he left after Baba's darshan, he left, and Baba is telling to the Mandali, had he accepted to do this when I told him to do, he could have benefited tremendously. Now he has created his own bindings. See, this is what we call Baba to be all powerful, all knowledge, all bliss. That knowledge he has, which we cannot understand. So when we come across certain things which we feel that it is contrary to what Baba said earlier or somewhere else, never raise any question about that. I think in one of the books, it is said that once it so happened that Baba was in US and his brother, youngest brother, Adi Jr., was with him. And Baba said something. And Adi just read a question that, Baba, earlier you have said on such and such, you have said this. And now you are saying it quite contrary to what you have said earlier. And very sternly, Baba says that what I say now is truth. If he, according to if it is not a truth, it will be converted into truth because I say it. That is the authority which Baba, the avatar, has. We should never comment or never challenge or never raise eyebrow against that authority. This is all for today. Now I will just sing one small ghazal, and then if anybody has something to say about today's topic, please say. Or if nobody wants to say anything, I will just start singing.
Wait.
Yes.
I enjoyed the topic and I really felt I understood what you were saying. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's a gift to hear you. I'm glad you're doing this. Baba arranged it, right? Yeah. Hey, Baba.
Jai
You're a
Baba, Jai
gift.
Baba.
You're a gift to all of us that are here now.
Ah. In my early days, when I was serving in Mumbai, I had a habit of walking through the streets, and there used to be some windows selling old books, and I would stand there looking to the all heaps of books there. But any book which is contains some Urdu poetry, ghazals, I would pick up that and purchase it. They are very cheap books, printed on a very cheap paper. But then I would be because I had developed a habit of collecting some ghazals to be sung before Baba. So during that time, I had purchased one small book. There was only one ghazal in the whole book. That for one ghazal, I had purchased the whole book. And when I met Baba thereafter in Guruprasad, I myself sang these ghazal. The tune was also automatically came to my mind, and I sang in that same tune before Baba that I'm going to sing today. आप जिनके करीब होते हैं, आप जिनके करीब होते हैं, आप जिनके करीब आप जिनके करीब होते हैं, आप जिनके करीब होते हैं, वो बड़े खुश नसीब होते हैं, बड़े खुश होते हैं। I just read out the meaning of these ghazal simultaneously. Say simple words but very beautiful ghazal. आप जिनके करीब होते हैं वो बड़े खुश नसीब होते हैं. Fortunate are those with whom you remain nearer and closer. Fortunate are those with whom you remain nearer and closer. And the stanza is, जब तबीयत किसी पे आती है मौत के दिन करीब होते हैं. जब तबीयत किसी पे आती है मौत के दिन करीब होती. That is the next stanza which I am going to sing now. The meaning is, when you begin to like someone, he must rest assured that his death is closing on him. Very, very strange phenomena, isn't it? Very strange phenomena that when he likes somebody, that means that death of that person is coming close and close to him. I will sing and then I will talk something about that now. जब तबीयत किसी पे आती है, जब तबीयत किसी पे आती है, मौत के दिन करीब होते, मौत के दिन करीब होते, मौत के दिन करीब मौत के दिन But it is said when he loves somebody, the death is very fast approaching that person. This is the death, not the physical death, but the death of his own ego or his own, what should I say, own separative existence, his individuality. That comes close when the God man or the Sadguru, when he starts loving a person, that means his separative ego is put to death. It is dying. The dying process comes closer and closer. That is the meaning of it. It is a beautiful meaning. Our next stanza is मुझसे मिलना न आपका मिलना, मुझसे मिलना न आपका मिलना, आप किसको नसीब होते हैं. The meaning is my meeting you is not the same as my getting you. When I meet you, it doesn't mean that I got you. It is rare fortune to find you. To find you, it is a rare fortune. My physical meeting has no that much meaning, because it is very fortune of someone to really achieve you. That achievement is a rare thing to happen in one's life. I must have seen Baba several times, but that doesn't mean that I have achieved. So that 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 achievement is not so very cheap. That is what it is said here. उनसे मिलना उनसे मिलना आपका मिलना मिलना आपका आप किसके नसीब होते हैं, आप किसके नसीब उनसे मिलना आपका मिलना उनसे मिलना आपका मिलना अब किसके नसीब होते अब किसके नसीब होते Next stanza is जुल्म सहकर जो उफ नहीं करते. A beautiful stanza. जुल्म सहकर जो उफ नहीं करते, उनके दिल भी अजीब होते हैं. The meaning is strange are their hearts. Strange are their hearts who suffer everything silently in love and who suffer everything silently in love. Strange are their hearts who suffer silently in love and never utter a complaining sigh despite undergoing hardships. Whatever hardships may come on the way of a lover, true lover, he never utters a word of complaint. Such are the brave lovers who never complain, whatever situation they may have to face in loving their master. They never expect. In fact, they feel happy in undergoing all those agonies for the sake of love of that master. जुल्म सहर कर नहीं, जुल्म सह कर जो नहीं करते, जुल्म सह कर नहीं, जुल्म सह कर जो नहीं करते, जुल्म सह कर जो नहीं करते, उनके दिल भी अजीब होते हैं, उनके दिल भी अजीब होते हैं. He says their hearts are very strange. This process itself is very strange. In spite of undergoing so many hardships, they never uttered a word of complaint. What a courage these such lovers have. जुल्म से कर जो नहीं करते, उनके दिल भी अजीब होते हैं, अजीब. Next stanza is, इश्क में और कुछ नहीं मिलता, इश्क में और कुछ नहीं मिलता, सैकड़ों गम नसीब होते हैं. In love, one gets nothing but hundreds of suffering. In love, one gets nothing but hundreds of suffering. That is the outcome of love. So one has to take, weak-hearted have to think several times whether to go to the path of love or not. Once they put a step on the path of love, take it for granted that, take it sure that you are to undergo lots of suffering. That is the last stanza. इश्क में और कुछ नहीं मिलता, इश्क में और कुछ नहीं मिलता, इश्क में और कुछ नहीं मिलता, सैकड़ों गम नसीब होते, सैकड़ों गम नसीब होते, सैकड़ों गम नसीब होते, सैकड़ों गम होते हैं. Jai Baba to all of you. Now I will take Aarti. Should I? Should I sing Aarti?
Yes, please. Yes, we like it.
Yes. जिसकी कैसे हो आदि सचेतन शांति निकेतन आदि सचेतन शांति निकेतन मेरे प्रभु आरती मेरे प्रभु अपना प्रेम दीप में ये जला प्रेम दीप में ये जला निकला अंधेरा मिटता निबिड़ अंधेरा मिटता पाऊं अपना सब कुछ तुम्हें चढ़ाऊं अपना सब कुछ तुम्हें चढ़ाऊं तुम मुझको सिखाओ मेरे प्रभु आरती मेरे प्रभु आरती अपना जीवन की हर सांस हमारी जीवन की हर सांस हमारी बन जाए गति तुम्हारी बन जाए गति तुम्हारी हे करुणा कर लीलाधारी हे करुणा कर लीलाधारी तुम चरणामृत मेरे प्रभु आरती अपन मेरे प्रभु आरती अपना बने आरती जीवन मेरा बने आरती जीवन मेरा आदि अंत का लय हो घेरा आदि अंत का लय हो घेरा खुले नयन और दिखे सवेरा खुले नयन और दिखे सवेरा तुम मुझ में छाया मेरे प्रभु आरती अपना मेरे प्रभु आदि सचेतन शांति निकेतन आदि सचेतन शांति निकेतन नमो मेरे प्रभु आरती अपना मेरे अवतार मिहिर बाबा की जय बाबा to all of you.
Yay, Baba. Thank you so much. And shall we say, Avatar Meher Baba
Meher Baba ki jai.
Avatar
Mayor Baba
Ki
Jai.
Jai.
Avatar
Mayor Baba
Ki Jai.
Avatar Mayor Baba
Jai.
Jai.
Ki Jai.
Jai
Thank
Baba.
you.